Hello. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this subject today, but it's something that's really been bothering me. A lot of things bother me about our political situation right now, and the people who are basically bullying the entire country into submission, or whatever submission they might be wanting to bully us into. But the issue I'm going to talk about today is using the proper restroom for your biological body. Okay, this is very simple. This is not transphobic. This is not hateful. This is not bigoted. This is not this. It's not that. It's simple respect for other human beings. Okay, the so-called transgender um, group, the group of people called transgender, you only make up about 1% of the population, if that. Maybe not even 1%. I don't remember the exact number, but it's either 1% or less. Okay, so you really don't have a whole lot of reason or cause to complain about the things the way they are in normal everyday life. Okay, so here's something just straight from the heart, not transgender phobia, not anything like that. Just not hatred. I don't hate you. I have no hatred for you. I have no desire to see you harmed. Just use the correct bathroom, restroom, changing room, shower, dressing room, whatever, for your biological sex. If you were born with a penis and testicles, use the men's room. If you were born with a vagina and uterus and fallopian tubes, use the women's restroom or the shower or the changing room or whatever. There shouldn't be a controversy. This is not rocket science. This is not anything complex. This is not a controversial issue. It's simple biology. It's simple fact. If you have male parts, you use the male part restroom. If you have female parts, you use the female part restroom. And politicizing something as simple and basic as which restroom you use is insane. It's counterproductive, and it's dangerous, because what's going to happen, and I know people say this is transphobia, it's really not, though. I've actually read stories where this has happened, where men have said, they've claimed to be transgender, they've claimed to be a woman in a man's body, or however they want to put it. They put a skirt on or some makeup on or a wig or something, and then they say, "Oh, I'm a transgender person." They walked into a restroom or a changing room or a dressing room or whatever, shower stall, with girls and women, and they've molested them or peeped at them or taken video of them in their nude bodies. Okay, this should never be happening. We should not allow this as a society. And you, as a so-called transgender person, should have a little bit more respect for your fellow human being, and not put them in a position where they feel this uncomfortable. There's no reason for you not to use the bathroom that's assigned to your physical gender, your physical sex. There's no reason for you. The only reason you're even making this fuss about it is because you're wanting to make a political statement. Most of us don't give a crap what kind of clothing you wear, who you have sex with, how you live your life, as long as you're not hurting people. I mean, I personally care about the souls of people. I want people to know that they're saved and know God. But in an everyday life situation, I'm not really all that concerned with what clothing you're wearing, what you got, what kind of underwear you have on, whether or not you have a penis or a vagina. But it's just common courtesy and normalcy to use the restroom that is appropriate for your physical body. The reason we have men's rooms is not only the privacy issue for men, but it's also because men have penises. And so when you go into a men's room, there's a special stall there for men who just want to urinate, and that is made for people with penises. Okay, people with vaginas don't stand up when they pee, so they don't need that. So that's why that's one of the reasons why we have women's restroom. Just use common courtesy, common sense. Use your own the bathroom or the changing room or the shower that is for your physical body. Stop all this nonsense about transphobia. Nobody gives a crap. You're making a big scene about nothing, and all you're doing is causing people in your neighborhood, people in your area, people in your group, whatever it is, your city, your state, people that are your neighbors, to feel uncomfortable and to be put on the offensive. And it's not doing any good. You're not gonna win any friends or make any positive changes by forcing us to endure people entering the wrong restrooms. It's a silly premise to begin with. If you got a penis, use the men's room. If you have a vagina, use the women's room. The end. There should be no discussion. There should be no controversy whatsoever. This should be common sense. And as far as one other thing I wanted to say just at the end of this little commercial here, this little speech here, is that it is not phobic, it is not bigoted, it is not wrong in any way, moral or otherwise, to not date a person who has so-called transitioned from one sex to another. I'm not going to date a person who used to be a man who now has a fake vagina given to him by a doctor in Sweden. I will date a woman an actual woman, because if I do date that woman and I get married to her, I want to have babies with her. And if she used to be a man, I can't have babies with her. So that's not phobic. That's just normal thinking. If you don't have a problem with dating a transgender person as a straight person, a person who's got the right gender idea about themselves, if you're a biological male and you don't have a problem dating a person who used to be a biological male but who now has a fake vagina given to them by a doctor in Sweden, that's your business. But it's not transphobic, it's not hateful, it's not bigoted to date a person whose biology complements your own biology. So that's just a little tail end argument there. All right, bye.